Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Emily Soul, and welcome to this week's Top 5 Podcasting News Stories. Let's get into it. Big news in podcast land, women are showing up and really tuning in. According to the new Women's Audio Report from Edison Research and SiriusXM Media, women's podcast listenership has tripled over the last 10 years. Tripled. That's not just a trend, that's a full-on audio movement. Today, 45% of women in the US, about 60 million, are monthly podcast listeners, and more than half are engaging with podcasts in some other form, whether it's listening on the go or just watching from the comfort of your own couch. It's official. Podcasts aren't just a guy in a basement hobby anymore. Women are shaping the space and leading the conversions. And hitting play like never before. So if you thought podcasts were just a niche thing, not anymore. Okay, heads up, Descript users, especially if you rely on it for editing, there is a pesky bug that's causing the transcription tool to completely skip over large chunks of audio. Yeah, that's kind of a big deal when your whole thing is audio editing. One frustrated user, a radio broadcaster in the UK, has had enough. He's taking publicly to tweeting Descript founders Andrew Mason asking for a refund. So far, radio silence, literally. This isn't just a glitch, it's a known issue. So we're left wondering how many other podcasters are quietly screaming into the void over this. I mean, moral of the story, maybe check your transcript twice or just keep a bottle of wine nearby when the audio ghost strikes. Okay, so Spotify's putting its money where its mouth is and dropping £1 million to boost audiobook production in non-English languages, starting with French and Dutch. They're seeing this big momentum in France with nearly 60% of audiobook listeners between the ages of 18 and 34. I mean, basically Gen Z is swapping TikToks for timeless tales. I mean, kind of. But wait, what is an audiobook these days? Turns out some audiobooks are really just podcasts reading public domain stories. And while that might sound like a great monetization hack, spoiler alert, it's not. One network bought a successful story podcast only to find out Spotify Span, that's their ad network, wouldn't monetize it at all. Why? Because reading someone else's work aloud without adding any original context does not count. I mean, who knew copyright law could kill the vibe like this? I mean, audiobooks are having a moment, but don't quit your day job just to whisper story tales into a mic. Rolling Stone just dropped its own audio awards, and guess what? Your favorite mic brands, Rode and Shure, are taking home the gold in over 60 categories. That's a lot of hardware for some hardware. Get it? But here's the twist. Most of the winning gear is conveniently linked for purchase with affiliate links. Are they disclosed? I mean, not really. So if you're feeling like you're being sold to, I mean, chances are that you probably are, but still congrats to the winners. Now for my favorite topic, the podcast of the week. So this week's podcast is The Moth. I actually stumbled across this thanks to Mopod Charts, the forever free tool that lets you track Apple Podcast rankings with zero fuss. Whether you're hunting down for hidden gems or checking in on your favorites, Mopod Charts makes it ridiculously easy. Now back to The Moth. Every Tuesday and Friday, you'll hear real people telling real stories. Live on stage, no scripts, no filters. It's raw, it's honest, and somehow both heartwarming and totally nerve-wracking. Give it a listen and let me know what your favorite story is. And that's a wrap for this week's top stories. Once again, I'm your host, Emily Soul. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Whether you're sipping on your morning coffee, commuting to work, or just winding down for the day, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.